Oh, hey guys, how the frig's it going today? Today is Sunday here on Vlogging Life, and winter has freaking returned with a bunch of snow. Something Dad always says is, we need new snow to melt the old snow. Well, we had enough snow this winter, so we don't need any snow. But somebody forgot to tell Mother Nature that. I don't know if you can even see the snow coming down out there. There's a couple flakes that are fairly large and the camera could be picking up. Friggin' snow. How cold is it outside?
The current temperature in North Bay is -6.
So it's -6 degrees Celsius. Hey, she's back to Canadian measurements. Isn't that sweet? Not quite sure what I'm going to do with myself today. Originally I was going to take a rip over to Bins and Bins and pick up some stuff to make, I wanted to make a syrup. And for that I need something called xanthium gum. Oh man, I still got the shits. Basically I found a homemade syrup that uses no sugar. It's literally like 4 cups of water, some xanthium gum, a little bit of Himalayan pink salt, and like a 1/4 cup of monk's fruit or stevia. You bring it to like a boil on the stove top, and the xanthium gum thickens it up like a syrup, and it basically becomes a 0 calorie, 0 carb freaking beverage, or not beverage, syrup. I can't talk right now. Oh man, I got a lot of sleep though. We pulled 7 hours in last night, guys, so it's way better than the 3 hours I got yesterday, that's for sure. Holy, I slept like balls Friday night getting home. I don't know if on the weekends I can't seem to sleep in past 9. Today I forced it and managed to sleep till 11, but sometimes it's just so rough to stay sleeping. I just want to get up and do stuff, not waste the day like I used to do. Anyway, the vlog is uploaded from yesterday. We're good there. I haven't even checked to see how the 5-day eating video did. Probably not that good. I find when I upload 2 back to back, they do worse. Yeah, it didn't do that good. Neither did the vlog yesterday. Oh well. It is what it is. It is what it is. So for today I was thinking about going out, like I said, to Bins and Bins and picking up some of that xanthium gum and seeing what else, but I guess I don't really feel like going out there because of the weather right now. And I do feel like making waffles because they were so damn good yesterday that I thought, you know what, let's make them again. But I was also thinking about doing some whipped cream. Then I was also thinking about just not eating today because last night, holy crap, I think I ate enough last night to last me a couple days. Jesus, Murphy, going all week on 1,400 calories, and then last night just power loading to 4,000. That was a little bit eccentric, but I don't think it really did anything to me as far as weight wise. Like, I did put on 5 pounds since the fast, but I'm still 17 pounds below what I was when I started. But yeah, like right now it's pretty chilly outside, and if you look, oh, the truck is all cleared off. That was covered in snow this morning, like covered. So maybe Dad is right. New snow to melt the old snow. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. But I do know one thing, is I still have 1.5 logs of beef in this fridge that I got to get rid of, which means we're going to have to eat some of that today and some tomorrow. But I do want to plan for a fasting schedule, because guys, my goal that I just came up with, May 28th is the day that I started ketogenic diet. And May 28th was the day that I weighed myself, and I was, well, actually it was in April when I weighed myself, and I was 330 at the doctor's office when I went and got a battery of tests to find out if I was Lynch syndrome positive. What Lynch syndrome is it's a stupid hereditary disease that our family has, and the sumbitch causes cancer. Colon cancer, pancreatic cancer, all sorts of different kinds of cancers. So Dad was tested and he came back negative. Now the thing is usually it skips a generation, so if Dad doesn't have it, there's an excellent chance that me and my brother have it. So I went to the doctor's office, and I told him what I wanted to do, and the reason being, and he knew, because my dad's doctor is my doctor, it's a family doctor, so he knew right away what was going on. And he basically, I told him flat out, I said, you know what, I've been getting some weird feelings in my body, like I was getting numbness right here, and I told him, like, he sat there and he used the poker and he poked it. He's like, do you feel that? I'm like, no, I don't. And he's like, ooh, this isn't good. I said, how about we just do a full battery of tests? So they drew enough blood to do the Lynch and to do blood sugar and a bunch of other stuff. Plus I had to give urine for other testing, and he threw me through the whole physical. And that's when he told me, he's like, listen, your blood sugar is off the charts. If you don't smarten up, you're gonna be type 2 diabetic. Now guys, type 2 diabetes is not hereditary. Theoretically it is, if you think about it, because you're type 2 diabetic because your diet is garbage. You're eating a lot of carbs, carbs spike insulin, and if your insulin is always going, like anything in your body will adapt and consider it a threat. Welcome to type 2 diabetes. That's what it is. Your body becomes immune to its own insulin, and now your body can no longer break down carbs into glucose because your body is attacking the insulin as it's being released. So they usually start people on these pills, which basically change the flavor of insulin and makes your body think that the insulin's okay. But if you keep eating this crap diet, those pills gradually will lose the effect because your body is an adapting machine. That's what it does. So I basically switched up a lot of my diet back then. Like we were playing Grand Theft Auto at night, and I would go to the store and buy like a 2 liter of Coke or a case of beer and a bag of chips, some chocolate bars. Hell, I used to screw over a whole bag of Oreo cookies in a sitting. We'd sit down, play Grand Theft Auto on live stream, and I'd buy the birthday cake Oreo cookies when they're out, and I would just slay the whole package, not just have 2 or 3. I would have the whole damn thing down. That's what I was doing. Eat a full bag of Doritos. What else was I eating? Like just garbage foods. And it was funny, like back in 2013 when me and my ex broke up, that summer I was pretty active in the backyard doing stuff like pulling the stump out and doing all sorts of different things, like just being active. And I lost a bunch of weight. I was 292 when I broke up with her, and I got down to 260 just by not going to Boston Pizza every damn night or Mexicali Roses and eating out and just spending all my money on food. I lost a lot of weight, but then depression sat in, started getting into the heavy drinking and the junk food eating and hickory sticks and Doritos and all this stuff. So basically by eating all this junk food, I was slowly killing myself, basically making myself sick, and that accumulated over, like, I would say an easy 4 years of me just eating garbage foods and it just building up all over me and storing all this fat and boosting my insulin and just causing nothing but problems in the long run. Like, you gotta not do that. Like, you probably heard the term, everything is good in moderation, and that is fact. Like, I'm not saying don't ever touch a potato chip again. Guys, use it as a reward. But also, don't eat over a whole freaking bag of potato chips. This is the problem I was having. You know, I would go to work, I'd go to Onterra, I'd put in my shift, then I would jump in the G6, on my way home, stop at the corner store down the road here where I pick up my gasoline, go inside, buy like a 2 liter of Coke or Pepsi, not Diet, not Coke Zero, I mean the red or blue bottle here, guys. I would buy that. And then a bag of chips, like Ruffles or Doritos or whatever the case may be, whatever I felt like eating. On top of that, at work, because of the job I had, they allowed you to snack at your desk. So I might have bought a bag of chips at work and ruined it, and then came home and had a second bag of chips with more pop, and I was doing this like daily. So I was literally spiking my insulin so bad, causing so much inflammation. You're wondering why 2014, 2015, mainly 2015, 2016, those were dark, dark days. I was depressed. I hated life. I was always mad at the camera. I was always losing my cool on camera. It's because of my diet, the inflammation that it caused me. There's apparently a study that eating poorly like that will cause inflammation in the brain, which leads to a lot of syndromes that trick doctors into thinking you have a disease, like attention deficit disorder or high-functioning autistic, Asperger's, all these. And it's literally inflammation in the brain because your body has nowhere else to store the fat, so it starts putting it wherever it can, and it causes nothing but medical and mental illness. And I've noticed that when I started the ketogenic diet by May 28th, after my boss at my current job there, when I told him about my diagnosis of being type 2 diabetes, he flat out told me, well, have you considered keto? And that's when it clicked in my head. I was like, holy, I remember this diet. I said, that's the diet where you eat nothing but fat or fatty items. And he said, well, not exactly. He's like, you want a higher fat concentrate, but you want to eliminate carbohydrates. And then he explained the science of it, and I started researching and went, you know what? This is what I need to do. Especially when I read the part about it having the ability to reverse type 2 diabetes. Because like I said, your body is an adapting machine. So if you start restricting the thing it's trying to kill, gradually your body's going to forget that insulin was a threat to it, and it's going to stop messing with it and killing it before it gets to where it's got to go to break down the carbohydrates to convert them into glucose that you can use for energy for burst activity. Also, keto will train your body to burn fat a lot more efficiently than it would say you're on a high carbohydrate diet, because when your body switches into fat burn mode, the ghrelin hormone will kick in and give you a hunger strike, telling you like you need to eat something, and then it's going to feed you some cravings for what it wants with high carbohydrates, the bag of chips, the Oreo cookies, the donuts from Tim Hortons, whatever it can do to boost your carbs up so it can continue breaking them down for that burst momentum friggin' go. So May 28th is the magic date. We are currently March 24th, and this is what I want to do. I'm already down to 225 now, which is friggin' awesome from 330 if you think about it 10 months ago, 10 months, 4 days ago. My objective is by May 28th, I want to be at my 200-pound goal. I'm already on the path, I can already do it, but that's my goal. May 28th, I want to be a 200-pounder. I got 25 pounds to go, and I got 64 days to pull it off, so that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to doing everything possible to hit that goal. And that's the thing, guys, is it's all about willpower. Like, anybody can lose weight. I can tell you right now, it's easier to burn fat than it is to build muscle, all right? Anybody will tell you that. Any one of these YouTube dietitian monkeys will tell you that. Even a personal trainer will tell you that in the gym. When you go into the gym with the objective, I want to burn fat, the trainer's like, oh sweet, this is going to be easy. All I got to do is get them to eat properly, which is hard for a trainer to do because they're not sitting in your living room watching you shovel bags of potato chips in your face and Oreo cookies. But they can advise you on it and then put you on a regimen that's going to get your heart rate going so your caloric deficit becomes more of a thing. And that's the other thing I want to talk about is, you know, the old calories in, calories out. Are calories important on keto? You're damn skippy they're important, because calories is the measurement of how much energy your body's bringing in, and when you're burning calories, that's how much you're bringing out. Let's say for your truck, for instance, calories is the gas going in the tank, and your liters per 100 or miles per gallon is your calories going out. If your tank can only hold 100 liters of gasoline, and you try to shove 130 liters of gasoline into it, it ain't gonna fit, right? But you want that extra 30 liters of gasoline, so what are you doing? You're taking that gasoline, you're putting it into a jerry can, you're putting it in the box of your truck or in the trunk of your car. You're adding more weight now to your car. You can burn that weight later on, but if you keep going back to the gas station every week and putting 100 liters in your car and then another 32-liter jerry in the trunk, well, you're just adding more excess fuel to the vehicle that it's not gonna expend. You're just storing it. This is how fat works. So when you're in a calorie deficit, your body will resort to using the fuel that you put in the trunk or in the box of your truck. You get me now? You see how this all works? It's pretty simple, right? But it also comes down to every calorie is different. You know, a 400 gram bag or whatever, I don't know how big a bag of chips is, but like, let's say, I think they're about 400 grams. So 400 gram bag of chips, they break it down into portion size because you're not supposed to sit there and slay the whole bag, but I know a lot of us out there do. I used to do it. You probably still do it. Who knows? What I'm getting at is that bag of chips is not the same as eating a 400 gram steak or eating 400 grams of cauliflower broccoli or eating 400 grams of rice. You're getting your macronutrients in there, and that's another thing you got to watch out for. I've learned a lot on dieting this past year that I think I got it down to a science. Now my next step is to start building more muscle and get a lot stronger. Like, I feel pretty strong today. You know, I can get out of bed. I haven't even had a coffee this morning, guys. I didn't even have a coffee yet. Like, I just been drinking water since I got up and trying to figure out what I want to do today. Now, this weekend was pretty eventful. You know, Friday we did the karaoke. Last night I was over at Joss's house. We made tacos, and then we watched a movie. And then I was so beat I had to come home because, like I said, I only got 3 hours of sleep yesterday. And that's another key thing to losing weight is get some freaking sleep. Sleep is so important. If you don't get enough sleep, guys, your hormones don't reset. Bad things will happen. You will have issues. You need to sleep at night. If you're like me and you're on the computer all the time, Windows 10 has this great feature built in called blue light filter. Turn that son of a bitch on. If you're on your phone all the time, modern phones nowadays have a blue light filter. Turn that son of a bitch on. If you don't have those features, you can buy glasses that are straight glass with a blue light filter on them. This this will save your eyes. This will help you sleep at night. I can't even lie about this because I use the blue light filter on my monitors all the time. It's always on. At work, however, the monitors don't have this feature, so what I do is I bring my Gunner gaming glasses with me to work and I wear them on shift. And the blue light coming from a monitor will strain your eyes, strain your brain, and make it hard to sleep at night. So having that fix really, really, really helps out. And I can't digress how important sleep is to losing weight. You need that. You need to reset your hormones every night. You need to get at least a good solid 6 hours of sleep at the least, or 8 hours at the most. But you don't want to oversleep because then you're just not doing yourself any favors and you're killing daytime out. But no, I've had a lot of people on Facebook after I showed the keto tacos and the keto waffles. And when I showed my last 20 pounds lost, theoretically 15 we'll go with. No, I was 242, I'm 225 now, so that's 17. I was down to 220 when I finished the fast, but I put 5 pounds back on. Not a big deal, I'm not even shook. But what I'm saying is when I showed my results of everything I've done, I've been getting a lot of DMs on Facebook asking, okay, how do I get started on this diet? What do I need to buy? And it's like, you just need to pay attention to what you're buying. That's all. You need to pay attention to what goes in your food hole. That's all. Just don't eat processed garbage. Don't eat high carbohydrate. Like if you want to go the keto route like I did, you don't eat high carbohydrates. So you got to ditch your potatoes, your sweet potatoes, potato chips, your breaded chickens, your breading in general, bread. You can't have bread anymore because that's just too high in carbs. All this stuff that you got to do. And it's kind of a pain in the ass. And I know a lot of my friends, when the moment I said you got to ditch bread, oh, I can't do that. I love my sandwiches. I love my toast and peanut butter. Oh, I can't have chili without toast. Well, there is a keto bread option. I've made it before on this channel, and it works out great, tastes fine, and my boss has given me a new recipe for some where you use psyllium husk, and apparently he said he uses it for pizza crust. They make these little baby pizza things, and then they just top it, put pizza on it down the hatch. And it's literally per slice a gram of net carbs. Like, you can't friggin' beat it. Where one slice of bread is 11 friggin' grams of carbs. So if you're having a bologna sandwich or 2 pieces of toast with chili, heaven forbid 4, well, 2 pieces of toast right there is 22 grams of carbs. For keto, they say you shouldn't ingest any more than 30. If you want to do like me, dirty keto, 50 grams of carbs a day. I'm doing dirty because I like my vegetables. But some days I've had 0 carbs go in and I felt fine. I did the 10-day fast and I wish I would have known now what I did back then because, you know, I talked about that snake diet. The channel's called The Snake Diet on YouTube if you want to check it out. But just be warned, the guy's kind of vulgar. So if you're not into swearing and being called a fatty, you probably don't want to watch his videos. But this snake juice that he makes, it sounds like you're taking a friggin' rattlesnake and just squeezing the venom out of it and putting it into a bucket and down the hatch. But it's not. It's potassium, magnesium, sodium in water, which basically is an electrolyte drink. Last Friday, when I was like on my fast, not last Friday, the Friday before that, when I was on my fast and I was like coming home from work and I was all like really upset and stuff because of work and smelling chicken. I wanted fried chicken that night. The problem was my sodium levels were low, my electrolyte levels were low. I told you guys these things are a freaking computer. What ended up happening was my body knew. He eats fried chicken, it's got salt. We're going to get what we need to get the electrolytes back into the system so that we can get proper nervous action. So, by coming home that night, I literally grabbed my pink Himalayan salt. No, I used the sea salt because I didn't have the Himalayan salt. I used the sea salt and I added 2 tablespoons to my my jug, my big 52 ouncer, and down the hatch, cravings gone. Everything leveled out. That's where the snake juice comes in. It makes the fasting so much easier because you're getting your electrolytes, your body's going to be in balance, everything's going to be in check, but you're not going to have those cravings for fat food, for salty food, for food in general. So it's going to make going through the whole process of fasting that much easier. And you know, there's a lot of talk about how fasting is dangerous, fasting's not safe, fasting's wrong. Guys, we've been doing fasting way before any of us were born. You think about back in the Roman days when they would eat one meal every couple days because food was scarce. Sure, they died off, they didn't have a high lifespan. The amount of food that the average person takes in a day nowadays is way more than they can spend, so it comes back to the gas tank analogy. We don't, like lately, it's like we don't eat to survive, we eat to feel good. And that's a problem. So now that I realize this, and hell, you can have your own beliefs on whatever you want. If you want to eat 6, 7, 8 meals a day, do like Lance Stewart and do the 6 meals a day and work out and get your metabolism going, have at her. If you want to live, like if you're not, you be you, basically. You be you, you do you. What I'm doing is I'm doing what I need to do to get my job done, and it's working out great. Because like I said, guys, what I do and what you do could always be different. We could end up with the same results. Now, my body chemistry is not the same as yours. I'm not preaching, hey, go out and start fasting. I'm just giving you guys the tools to make it easier if you decide you want to give it a go. The first thing you're going to want to do before you jump into fasting is get your body attuned to burning fat. Because I've seen people who eat the standard Canadian diet of breakfast, lunch, dinner every freaking day, doing the same thing, and then they try to do what I did, and they can't even get through 12 hours without keeling over in pain because their body wants carbs, and it's just sending every damn signal to their head. Get out there, get in the fridge, find some food, shove it in your food hole. All I'm saying is what I did, was starting up, getting on keto, building up momentum to work out, because I never even thought about getting a Bowflex or anything originally. I was just walking everywhere, getting 10,000 steps in a day. And then after doing research, I realized you're better off to say, screw the walk, still walk and stuff, but screw the walking, screw cardio, do weights, because the more muscle you build, the more calories you're gonna burn, the better your metabolism is gonna be. I started off slow and paced myself into the workout. Keto, I kind of jumped in balls deep and paid for that, but yeah. Anyway, I've been rambling on along. This is gonna be a long ass video of me just talking about dieting, and I do apologize. But like honestly, it's working for me. I feel great. I feel the best I've felt since I was 26 years old. 14 years later. I feel like those 14 years, I literally wasted them. They're lost, you know? The most important thing in our lives, the most non-negotiable thing in our lives should be time, because no matter how hard you try, you can't make more time. You can only make use of the time you have. And if you waste said time, well, it's gone. So don't waste your time. Figure things out. Well, it's about 4:30 now. I'm gonna go downstairs, jump on the Bowflex, put in an intense workout, and I think I'm gonna fry up some ground beef afterwards. We're gonna try and make a meal out of this with what food I have left. Still haven't gone and done groceries. I do have steaks in the freezer, but they're in the freezer, therefore they are frozen. So we're gonna skip on that. We're just gonna finish off what we have in the fridge, because one thing I hate doing, guys, is wasting food, and one thing I love doing is not having anything left. So let's pitter patter, put in a workout, hammer down. All right, guys, workout's done. I've been looking for a container that I had back in the day of hanging out with Angry Joe and going to the gym. It was like a pill container. I used to use it to bring my BCAAs with me to the gym so I could take them right after a workout. But for the life of me, I can't seem to find them. No idea where I put them. What I want to do now is get some Dan Dan going up in here. All right, dinner tonight, we're having the half a loaf of that turkey with some veg, put some soy sauce on it to add some flavor. And for dessert, waffle. Alrighty guys, having my dinner, just been chilling out. It was a pretty relaxed day, pretty easygoing day. I gotta say, I needed today. Hopefully, the snow frigs off sooner than later, and we can assess the damage on the car. Would be nice to know what I'm up against. Big time. Got the dog outside now, but I'm getting kind of tired. And here's the thing, when I get kind of tired, I start getting hungry, because my body knows that it wants to stay up later. At least it thinks it does. And when it thinks it wants to stay up later, what it ends up doing, start giving you cravings for food. And having food at this hour means you're not going to get to bed. This is the whole don't eat 4 hours before you're going to go to sleep. Just another tip. Because if you do that whole bedtime snack thing, not a good idea. Because you're going to have a bitch of a time falling asleep. Not saying your digestive system isn't working while you're sleeping. What I'm saying is you're going to have this extra energy in your body that you won't be able to use, and it's going to cause problems. I think what I need to do is shut this video down, call her quits for today, and carry on tomorrow. So thanks for watching, people. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.